So, I am currently walking on a not extremely walkable road because there's no path, but that's all right. I'm going to the airport to pick up my rental car. So I've been in Sardinia already for like 2 days. I've explored just a little bit with a friend. My friend is gone now, and we really didn't get to explore that much because we had issues with our rental car that had to get towed away. Long story. So I'm hoping my next rental car doesn't need to be, but we actually ran over something and that gave us a flat tire, so that was more so on us. But yes, I'm on my 1 hour walk and in beautiful, oh, you can't see behind there. Here, let me see if you can see behind these. See some mountains up there? It's beautiful here. When people said that this place is Italy's Hawaii, they were not exaggerating. Like, this place is insane. Like the perfect road trip place I could ever think of. I'm just so excited. So I'm getting the car and I'm gonna rent it for I think 4 days. I'm gonna go all along like the east of Sardinia, I believe. We'll see though, plans change. If you're coming to Sardinia, some tips I have for you so far is number one, expect hiccups. Like, you wouldn't believe some of the things that sometimes happen. Like, you get phone numbers for your roadside assistance for your rental car that are invalid, or you go to bus stops that are supposed to be leaving at 1:30 but they're actually leaving at 12:15. So things are, you know, if you live in America, you're used to a lot of structure. Don't expect that here. I got the car and it's very nice. The car I was originally going to get, someone booked it 20 minutes before I got there. I just told myself, like I tell you guys, everything's happening for you. So I was asking around and all of the cars were like double the price and not the cars that I liked. And then I was like, okay, finally I'll just try this last one. And I got this car half the price of the other one with more features. The windows are more tinted. I'm super happy. And now I'm gonna explore Olbia and the beaches surrounding. I am at a beach. The thing about the beaches in Sardinia is the water will be insanely clear every single beach you go to. It's just me on the beach, but it's insanely beautiful. Oh my goodness. I am going to go out and check out this view. I mean, the most insane view. You're not ready for this part. Oh my goodness. Wow. Insane. And look at the town. Just look. Look at how beautiful and cute these houses are. This is insane. My voice is gone, by the way. That's why I sound like this. There is not a single sound to be heard in this area, but I'm trying to find food, and apparently there's restaurants that's open, but I don't think that is true. There was no food open, so I went to the store and I'm so excited. So I haven't vlogged in a few hours. I made some friends at a bar. Now I'm gonna go and learn how to make carbonara. So that's just how things go when you are in Italy. It's 11:30 a.m. I learned how to make carbonara, which was super fun and delicious. Oh my gosh, so good. I took a lot of advice. I wrote down a lot of notes of things to do. And so I'm going to start by going on the west side of Sardinia. I'm going to go to Alghero and then switch over to the east side. We have an hour-and-a-half drive. I need to get as much done as I can before the sun goes down. I made it to Alghero. I'm sorry, but let's just take a moment. The class, the romance. Love it. I had to stop. Oh my gosh, these waves are insane. I had to stop because I saw surfers. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. My plans have changed and now I'm on a surf rental shop hunt. Because this is the most insane view ever. The camera does not do this place justice. I'll have to try and find the name of the place and put it on the screen. But I have to try and surf here. Morning, guys. I slept almost 10 hours last night, which is insane. I'm back in Alghero and I like texted every single possible person who could have a surfboard in the town and there's none. So I'm just gonna like go to that same area again and hopefully there's surfers and try and live vicariously through them by watching them. And yeah, that's all I can do. The town is just very cozy. I mean, you can't really see the town from here, but it just smells fresh. Feels good outside. I really like this town. It's very cute. Okay, so I drove to the beach where I could watch people surf. Met this guy. He came with two surfboards and I was like, hey, do you know where I can rent a surfboard? And he's like, not anywhere near here, but you can use one of my surfboards. I was like, okay, but I don't have a wetsuit and I don't have a swimsuit with me. So I'm gonna drive because the phone numbers aren't working. I'm gonna drive, or they're not answering, to all the diving centers near me and see if I can convince them to let me rent one of their wetsuits. Because he's only surfing for like an hour and a half, so I have to hurry. Okay, so I called and I called and I called all the diving places in the town. And I was about to give up, but I called this last one. And the places weren't answering, by the way. And the guy was like, you want a wetsuit? He was so confused. And I was like, yeah, I want to go surfing. And then he was like, well, we are closed for winter and I'm working on my computer, but I go to the store and give you a wetsuit. Which is so nice. And I was like, okay, are you located at this diving store? And he was like, no. This is one I saw on my Apple Maps. And he's like, no, that place closed 25 years ago. And I was like, how could it have been on my maps if it was closed 25 years ago? So I'm waiting for him. My only concern is that I'm afraid the guy who I'm borrowing the board from is going to be gone because he said he had to go to work. So he said he's going to surf 1 to 2 hours. So if he does actually surf 2 hours, I'll probably get like a 40-minute surfing, which would be fine. I'm just, I'm really hoping he's still there because how disappointing would that be? But no, this is literally all working out for me. I can't deny it. Okay. Yeah.
Not so big today. I don't think there are so. One of the fishermen.
Ah, okay. You were one of these guys.
Yes, this is Barbara Bach.
Okay.
The wife of Ringo Starr.
It took so long. The place was only 10 minutes away, but the guy wouldn't stop talking. But I got the wetsuit. I know, but it's disappointing because I couldn't find the surfboard. How was the water? I went surfing. That man was so nice. He had to go to work, but he said, I'll give you a proposal. I'll let you have the board and then you just drop it off after at my house, or like outside of my house. And I was like, okay. So it kind of worked out amazing that that guy shut my ear off, because if he didn't, then I probably would have just surfed with that guy for 20 minutes and then he would have left. But I went surfing. It was great. Sorry I didn't film it. Now I'm going to a cave and then a cliff for sunset. So I was gonna walk down to the cave, but it's closed. Bad sea condition. I mean, that does sound kind of sketch, but this view is kind of insane. I'm gonna walk up here and see how the view is. You guys, I can't believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened. So I was walking up to that spot and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna walk it because get my steps in or whatever. And I was almost at the top and it was this windy road all the way at the top. So I'm walking. I'm sweating. I'm looking at the top like, oh, I'm finally there. I was so excited to see the view. And there was a wall there. And I suddenly see this man's head pop out from the wall. And he looks quite angry. And he just looks at me and goes like this. I'm like, oh, okay, must be his property. I was like, okay, that's fine. And so I turn around and I start walking back down. So then I start walking back down and then I notice he starts to follow and he starts like come behind me. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he's like going for an evening stroll or something. And then suddenly I see a van pull up behind him. So he's walking and the van is behind him. And I was like, why isn't he pulling over for the van to like go through? He's just allowing the van to just stay behind him. But it's just him walking. The van is following. I'm like, okay, this is a little bit weird. So I'm kind of walking and then I'm standing to the side to like let the van go by, but he's still walking in front. And then the man catches up to me and he goes, he goes, you're in a very dangerous military zone. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. He goes, the military trucks or whatever were going through the gate that you went through. That's why it was open, but normally it's shut. But there's no signs that say it's like a military zone. But that's the only reason why the gates are open. I was like, I'm so sorry. I will go now. I will go as quick as I can. Oh my gosh. So I walked down with him and then, yeah, just, oh gosh, just awkward and so embarrassing. And just, I don't know how I got myself in that situation. Okay, I'm gonna try and find another viewpoint because that was gonna be the best viewpoint I found. So let me try and find another one. I don't even know if I will be able to, but it's really pretty here. Whoa. She's so pretty. I'm too afraid to stand. Good morning, you guys. Dropping off the wetsuit now. I'm leaving today, Alghero. I'm going back up north to Olbia because I booked a night there previously thinking I was going to leave the next day, but I do not want to leave yet. I want to go back to the east side and explore that area with the beaches and stuff like that because I just think that'll be so beautiful and I just don't want to go. So I'm going to see how if I can extend the car. That should be no problem, and go to Olbia for the night and then start again tomorrow. So that's my day today. I have a few stops today on the way. I'll show you guys. So yeah. Well, that was fun. I'm done now. I pulled over because my bags in the back were making the car think that someone was sitting there and it was beeping like crazy, and I saw this little path. I just have to check it out. And the sign says, "All is welcome." Perfect. Let's go. Alrighty, I've made it to Stentino. It's such a fun word to say. This is the beach I'm at. La Pelosita. Let's check out the beach. She's very, very blue. Very pretty. I don't know if I'm at the main beach area. I don't think I am. It's quite rocky. Yeah, it's beautiful. I made it to Sassari. Very cute town. Has a lot of historic things in it. I walked into this building thinking it was a place filled with like cafes and stuff. Ended up being a fish market. And I smelled one of the most horrendous smells I've ever smelled in my entire life. Not the fish. The fish is, you know, it's fine. It's not the best smell. But I walked past someone who like freshly had a cigarette. I don't mind the smell of cigarettes whatsoever. Cigarette and fish. I didn't know anything could smell that bad. So I had to leave. I just had to share that. I did not know a smell could ever smell that bad. So yeah, walking around the city. Hey guys, it's been 3 days. I never left. I was gonna go on the East Coast, but I ended up just hanging out with the friends I made for 3 days. I ordered a large latte. Double espresso. So it's gonna just be espresso. That's Italy. Yeah. That's very strong. Okay, so I spent the last 3 days. I was supposed to go to Bologna, I think that's how you say it, on the East Coast. But I ended up just hanging out with the friends and it just lasted 3 days. I need to just like give you a rundown of how it went. And like, I'm really glad I experienced it because I really experienced like, at least like Sardinian Italian culture. It was so fun. I got a bunch of snacks on the road because I'm gonna go to the East Coast today, but I'm only gonna have a few hours there. It's like almost a 3-hour drive, but I have to go. But I have to go on the ferry tomorrow because I have plans in Tuscany. So let me give you a rundown of like how these past 3 days went. I'm gonna do it while I drive because I'm on a time crunch. And yeah, very fun, very interesting, very, very fun. Okay, I'm driving. I've been driving 30 minutes and I'm gonna be looking at the road, so yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, I went back to Olbia because I thought originally that I was gonna be staying the night there, so I had booked a night. I ended up meeting up with the friends that I'd made. These friends, like, I get myself the most, if you know me, I get myself in the most random situations in life. And one of the like really random thing that always happens to me is that I tend to become friends with people who are much older than me. It's all like double my age. But it came with this beautiful dynamic because they were like friends as well as they were protective and just wanted me to have an amazing trip in Sardinia. Yesterday, went for breakfast. Then we went to the place right next to it, which was having a birthday party, and they invited us in, and then we had like a glass of wine with them as they were preparing for the birthday party. And then we were like, oh, let's go to the bar next door and sit down and have a glass of wine and enjoy and talk with each other. I'm like, okay. And then it's like, oh, it's lunchtime, let's go get food. And then it's like, okay, okay, so then we're sitting, we're having food, and we're just chatting for a long time. It's like 4 p.m. Oh, let's go back to the original first place we went to for breakfast and meet up with more friends. It's like, oh, okay, like just all day. But it was really fun. I would have to drink wine really slow because I'm not used to how they drink wine here at all. Like, it's so casual here. The interactions were just so fun. Anywhere I went, you wouldn't see a single person on their phone. You don't see a single person. Everyone is just so present and just enjoying each other's company and just laughing and not taking anything too serious. And what I found really sweet is that whenever you run into a person that you know, the greeting would be a hug and a kiss that was like, I haven't seen you in years, even if you saw them 2 hours ago. Every single interaction. And it was just so genuine. People are so genuinely happy to be with their friends and see their friends and be affectionate with them and talk with them. And it's honestly a culture shock from America. And I couldn't be more grateful that I got to spend this last 3 days just immersing myself in the culture, immersing myself in these friendships and just observing people's interaction. Anyways, what a blast. It lasted 3 days. And now I'm going to the east side and then I have my ferry tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay, yeah. Okay, I found this town. So cute. Okay, so cute. Now I want you just to imagine living in this town, but how insane it is because you have this as your view. Oh my gosh, how the camera does not do this justice. Imagine this being your daily view. It's now nighttime. I looked up a park near me, and it's not a park, but it's a street with a view. And I know this is really bad quality, but I'm just gonna walk around this carless, humanless road. Good morning. It is 5:37 in the morning. I am driving to the place where I'm gonna hike down to Calagoretes, something like that. Apparently it's a bit of a tough hike, but it's gonna be great. I'm hopefully gonna catch sunrise on the way down if I make it in time. We'll see. I have no idea what time sunrise is. So I arrived. It's 6 in the morning and it's not open. Oh, this sucks. Where's your home? So that's the kind of day it is. I think that's why the beach is closed. If you watched to the end, thank you for watching. If you're coming to Sardinia, coming in winter is fine. For the most part, the weather is quite mild, but days like this make it a bit inconvenient. So maybe wait till like fall, till like springtime. Obviously summer's the best, but it's gonna be a little busier, but not too bad. So at least from what I've heard. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna drive back to Olbia with a smile on my face regardless if I went to a beach, because the drive was so beautiful. It was the most beautiful drive out of the entire trip, going to Guanay. So thanks for watching. Bye.